Good evening. It's great to see so many of you joining us this evening for our school virtual open evening. It's such a disappointment that we're not able to do this face to face. There was nothing more than I'd like to be able to do than to show you around our school this evening and see it in its full glory. Unfortunately, COVID restrictions mean that that's not possible, but I really hope that by the end of this presentation this evening, the Q&A sessions which are scheduled over the next few weeks, and the opportunity we've offered for you to come and walk around our school after the school has finished at the end of the day will give you a real sense of what a fantastic place this school is. So our presentation this evening comes to you live from a number of different presenters. I'm Tony Wilden. I'm the new head teacher of Test Valley School, a position which I am incredibly proud to hold. I've had the opportunity to work in leadership across a number of different schools within the Hampshire setting and Southampton. And this year I'm working at Test Valley in collaboration with Westgate School. We're really looking forward to working together to really begin to move things forward within Test Valley. We're also this evening joined by Andrew Page, who's our deputy head teacher, who will be talking about a number of the fantastic things that your children can experience at Test Valley. And then we've got two of our amazing pupil leadership team. We've got Archie and we've got Emma, who will talk to you this evening about what it's like from their perspective to be a pupil at Test Valley. So this evening I want to talk to you about why you should send your child here. And there are lots of reasons why I feel this is the school that you should be choosing for your child. First and foremost, we are a small rural school, and our motto, in pursuit of personal excellence, really does underpin everything within our school. Every child is an individual, and the fact that it's such a small school means that we get to know every single one of them, and we can ensure that we tailor the experience to ensure that they are incredibly successful in their time with us at Test Valley. We have incredibly high expectations, but we have those high expectations without fear of failure. It's important to me that we learn from our failures. These are often our most learning experience, and within Test Valley we support our young people to make mistakes and to learn from them so they can achieve at the very highest level. In Test Valley, our expectations are summed up in the word pride. We talk about our young people having pride in themselves, and we talk about them having pride in their school. And part of that pride in their school is coming from the new uniform which our Year 7 this year are able to wear. Moving forward in September, all of our young people will be joining us in wearing this new uniform, which I think really sets the tone for the fantastic school that we are. We talk about our young people having pride, and the letters of pride stand for our expectations. So we expect our young people to be punctual and ready to learn. Being on time and being equipped for lessons is essential. We talk about our young people being respectful of each other, being kind to one another, and making sure that we respect difference. We talk about being individually responsible, being determined and ambitious, always giving the very best of ourselves. And we talk about enjoying our time at Test Valley, being positive about our learning and positive about our learning environment. Pride underpins everything that we do, and when our children are showing pride in their learning and in themselves, they gain a stamp each lesson. What you can see here in front of you is an example of one of our Year 7's handbooks from this year, in which you can see this child has really shown pride, gaining a stamp every lesson to show that they're on time and working to the best of their ability in a respectful and responsible way. This booklet for you as parents is a daily report card. It's your way of seeing how your child is doing at school. If they're gaining all of their stamps, you know that your child is really doing well within our school environment. If they've got codes in their handbook, that's a time when you and I will be working together with the team in school to help your child overcome the barriers to their learning and to help them settle in better. At Test Valley, we believe in teaching the pupil, not only the subject. And I'm going to hand over to Mr. Page here, who will talk a little bit more about this.
Hello, good evening, everybody. It is really important that we remember the fact that there are two aspects to the learning that we do at Test Valley School. So academic subjects are important, and as Ms. Wilden's already said, having high expectations. And if you get an opportunity at the end of this presentation, do follow the link that's on the screen at the moment, because that will take you to some rather interesting video clips about some of the different subject areas that are on offer at Test Valley School as well. But it is vital that we develop the pupil as well as the subject, because obviously we're looking to create lifelong learners and people who are going to survive and thrive in the world of work after they leave us. So developing our young people to be multifaceted, multi-talented is really important. One of the ways that we strive to do that is through the PSHE curriculum, and you will probably be familiar with the PSHE area from primary school, and we look to develop that quite significantly at secondary school as well. So for Year 7 pupils who've joined us this September, the first thing that they have been studying in PSHE is what we call the recovery curriculum. It was quite a traumatic period of time for all of our pupils over the last couple of months, so we've been really careful to make sure that they've had a little bit of time together to reflect on what's happened and to get themselves really in the right frame of mind for developing the next stage of their schooling. And that's led on to really thinking about how they learn as well, because if pupils aren't really able to think about what they do in the classroom, they can't decide if they're getting it right, and they can't decide how to improve either. So the first introductory half term is all about looking at how we learn. That's followed, as you can see, by a unit of work on sex and relationships, so incredibly important work that we're going to do there with the young people. And then also a couple of areas which get them thinking about their life beyond school. So a little unit of work there about money management and one about careers as well. And those two together will get pupils thinking about what they're going to do beyond their time at school. And finishing off, a couple of units that they're going to do really thinking about how they can look after their own mental and physical health and well-being, including how they can keep themselves safe online as well. So all those things that we can't really fit into the usual curriculum, we will cover at PSHE, not just in Year 7, but throughout the school as well. And you can see at the bottom of this particular slide a couple of additional days. We think it's so important that pupils have the opportunity to really immerse themselves in the topics that we need to cover. And so coming up in a couple of weeks' time for our pupils at the school will be an opportunity really to think through the dangers of substance abuse, and more importantly to give pupils the opportunity to think about how they're going to keep themselves safe in that particular area. And later on in the year, thinking about careers again, and thinking about thinking skills, how they're going to improve their learning in all of their subjects. So PSHE, a vital part of what we do at Test Valley School on a couple of occasions each week, a couple of afternoon registration sessions that we dedicate for that particular topic. So the curriculum is important, the content of the curriculum, the subjects that we learn, and additional areas like PSHE are important, and throughout those there are a number of skills which pupils will develop, and as we go through we'll be able to see that participation is really key to being successful in life. Employers are often keen to see that pupils have develop team working skills, problem solving skills and resilience, and actually sometimes that's far more important than the academic grades that they might have achieved, and their ability to work with others is vitally important. So we look to give as many opportunities as possible for young people to show the skills that they need for later life. One of the areas that we do that is through pupil leadership, and we've already had a little bit of information about two of our pupil leaders who will be speaking to you shortly. But we have a series of prefects who take responsibility for a number of different areas around the school, and they run the various committees which involve pupils from all different year groups really working to improve some aspect of school life, whether it's working to improve charities and raise money for charities, thinking about the state of the environment with the Eco Committee, or thinking about various events that we might be able to run as well. So those committees and that leadership structure are really important. But equally, there are some other opportunities for pupils. So looking down at the bottom of the screen at the moment, even in Year 7 and 8, junior sports leaders, pupils who are trained to run sporting activities that can then be delivered with some of our primary schools, our feeder schools. So that's a really lovely opportunity for pupils to get out and about and visit some of the primaries and work with some younger pupils as well. Equally, Year 10 mentors, for example, where we have some older pupils who spend time with our Year 7 so year 7 pupils, and they visit their tutor groups and get to know the year 7 pupils so that they can give them some advice and guidance. So lots of opportunity for pupil leadership in the school. Another opportunity area is through our house system. So every pupil in the school is linked to a year group, but equally they're all linked to one of our 3 houses, Centaur, Griffin and Phoenix. And from time to time there will be various competitions that will be run within school, whether they're sporting, music, art, drama, or linked to some other curriculum area, where pupils can show what they can do and they can compete against other pupils in different year groups. And we're really excited that we are able to do something like that at a school such as Test Valley. As a geography teacher, I'm really keen to develop opportunities for pupils to learn out of the school environment. School is important, it's incredibly important, but equally they're going to be spending more of their lives out of school than in it. So learning from the world around them is crucial. And some of the trips that we've run in the past are shown on the screen at the moment, so some really exciting opportunities. Some of these are year group specific. So for example, year 7 have an annual trip to northern France, and they do various activities in Normandy. And some of our other year groups take part in some of the other trips that we've got there. So the New York trip, for example, when we're able to run that, involves pupils from a number of different year groups. So really exciting opportunities to take pupils abroad, but we also try to bring opportunities a lot closer to home as well. And dare I say, opportunities that don't cost very much in addition to that. So we look to extend learning outside the classroom in the local area, as well as having some more adventurous activities. Participation being crucial, we do look to make sure that our pupils can involve themselves in some kind of activity during the school day. So we have a range of activities that take place at lunchtime, and some of those are listed on the screen at the moment, whether they're music, sports, drama, language club, coding club, which is a computing club, and in the summer term, absolutely gorgeous when we can get the pool open and pupils can spend some time at lunchtime swimming in the pool, a really popular activity when it's really hot in the summer. And similarly, after school activities that require a little bit longer. So some of the other activities, including the Environment Club, who one of their roles is to look after the animals that we have on the school field. So lots and lots of opportunities, and participation really is the key to what we do here.
So we've talked a lot about why Test Valley is the school of choice for your young child. For me, really, though, this is the most important thing. What's really struck me about Test Valley while I've been here is the incredibly caring ethos that surrounds the school. And as a leader, that for me is incredibly important. At Test Valley, we absolutely believe well-being and achievement are inextricably linked. You cannot separate the two things out. If a child is feeling confident, if a child is feeling secure, if they feel that they are wanted and they are feeling comfortable, then they are much, much more likely to achieve within school. And we put that first and foremost in terms of everything that we do. So for your child joining us in September, they will have a specialist area, Rosler Block, where year 7 are able to congregate both before school, at break time, at lunchtime and after school. And you can see some images there of our chillax room, which is specifically for year 7, an opportunity for them to come together and to feel safe and secure within the school environment, led by a member of the staff in school, there to support them and to talk them through how things are going. You can also see the beautiful picture of Hope there, which is our therapy dog, who we are hoping will be joining us after the Christmas holidays and will be key to the well-being within the school of our young people. We are quite unique in having a number of different trained counsellors and ELSA support workers within school. So we have 3 of them who work with our young people in order to help them to feel as secure as possible within the school environment. They are incredibly well trained, incredibly knowledgeable, and work closely with the teaching staff in order to support your young people. An offer that we make to all of our Year 7 when they join us is the Student Support Programme. So Jackie Whitehead offers a 6-week programme which all of our Year 7 will take part in, an ELSA-based programme, really helping them to settle into the secondary environment and to support them to build up friendships and to help them feel as confident as possible within school. We know this is already having an impact with our current Year 7 and is something we will continue with your children as they join us in September. Linked with our wellbeing then is our banning school on mobile phones. We think it's incredibly important, and this is shared by our young people, that phones are not used within school except if they're part of the learning environment. They're a distraction. We know that so much of what happens between young people that make them feel unsettled often happens over social media. So for us as a school, we don't allow mobile phones out and about in the environment within the school in order to keep our young people feeling safe. And it's something we've seen has had real impact in terms of helping our young people to become friends, to talk with each other, and to not face some of the distractions which happen over those social media forums. So Mr. Page and I have talked a lot about why we feel that your child should come to Test Valley, but I think probably the most important people that can convince you is our pupil body themselves. So I'm really delighted that Emma and Archie have joined me this evening in order to talk about their experience at Test Valley. Before they talk though, I'm going to share with you the video which they made just to introduce themselves and the leadership team. And following that, they'll share a little bit about their experience in the 5 years they've been here at Test Valley. So, the video.
Hi.
I apologise if the sound wasn't clear for everybody there. When you watch back this video, if you're able to click on the link again, you'll be able to hear the fantastic presentations that they give. But over to Archie and Emma now, who are going to talk a little bit about their experience at Test Valley.
Hi, I'm Archie, one of the head pupils at Test Valley Secondary School, and I'm here to talk to you today about Test Valley and what could be a great choice for you going forward. Since joining Test Valley in Year 7, I've had a great learning experience, learning new topics and further expanding my knowledge. I've always found the teachers to be friendly and always keen to help. In addition to normal lessons, there are many other activities to get involved in, like clubs such as basketball, football or chill-out club, to name but a few. There are also courses such as sports leaders and committees, which encourage you to participate and get your voice heard, all of which are a great way of meeting new friends. Throughout my time at Test Valley, there have been many changes put in place to help improve the school and to make it a better place for its pupils. We've recently introduced a new behaviour policy, which encourages everyone to work hard and be rewarded with stamps you can show your parents in your own personal stamp book. As well as this, we've also introduced a new uniform to smarten up the school, instead of new fences and gates to help keep everyone safe, and given the whole school a new coat of paint. I think Test Valley is a great place to start your next journey, and I hope I've given you a small insight into your school life.
Hi, my name is Emma and I'm one of the Deputy Prefects for this year. One of my roles within this is to lead the Pupil Council. I find it amazing to see the pupils in the school be given a voice. Throughout my time at Test Valley, I've had multiple experiences that have shaped me into the person I am today. One of the things I love about this school is the small size of it and the community aspect. Due to this, as pupils, we are able to build stronger relationships with our teachers, which enhances our learning. Furthermore, we are given a great chance to build friendships in a less nerve-wracking environment. In addition to this, Test Valley offers an incredible variety of opportunities for us to take part in. Some of the ones I've been lucky enough to experience are DV, the Sports Leaders course, becoming a Pupil Mentor, and of course Pupil Council. I was even given the chance to go on a history-based trip to New York and Washington. I found it really interesting and enjoyed learning new skills and making memories.
Brilliant, thank you, you two. So just two of our pupil leadership team there who hopefully have given you an insight into what Test Valley has been like for them. I'm not playing the video again. So I thought it was useful just to share with you some of our current Year 7 parents' feedback. It's been an absolute delight to welcome our new Year 7 this year, and you can see from the feedback they've settled in really well. Such positive starts to the year for all of them, and I think for me that sums up the fact that we're such a small school, a small community feel, that actually every single child has been able to thrive despite the fact that we've had this horrendous COVID situation. So that ends our presentation this evening, but there is the availability to do a live Q&A session with myself and with some of the senior prefects in Year 7 on the evenings which I identified on this slide. It would be really great for us to be able to talk face to face about what it's like at Test Valley, and for me to be able to answer some of the questions which you have about your child joining us in September. I stressed again, there is also the opportunity for you to come and have a tour around the school. Unfortunately, we're not able to do that during the working day because of COVID and because of the risk assessment, but we are able to give individual tours to families later on this evening, later on throughout the next 2 weeks. Please do sign up for those on our website. We really would like to meet with you. So I look forward to meeting with you in the Q&A sessions. Information on how to sign up for those are on our website. You can also play this video back again after this evening so you get an opportunity to hear again the key things about Test Valley. I can't wait to join you, to have your child join us in September, and I look forward to seeing you then. Take care.